Hello, welcome to my channel. This week I'll be painting up this booster set from Mantic Games. Although this is designed for the Walking Dead all-out war game, it can be used for any other scenery. We have a number of items inside the box, starting with these trucks. As you can see, are already beat up, just like the cars. And these are in the same scale as the zombies that I painted up a couple of weeks ago. We also get 3 pairs of barriers, one made out of wood, one made out of metal, and one made out of old tyres. Then lastly we get onto the supplies. These come in the form of crates, boxes and luggage bags. Just need to remove a bit of flashing from a couple of pieces first. Then add a little model cement to the inside of the truck and slot in the back section. And this I need to hold into place for a couple of minutes until it sets. Because I have 2 sets of identical cars and trucks, I decided to drill in some bullet holes to one of the cars and one of the trucks for a little bit of variety. And once the pieces are all prepped, I spray on some grey primer. And now I can start painting the first of the barricades. The first one up is a wooden one. And to start off I paint it all one shade of brown. And then I paint some of the planks in a different shade. And I do the same with the boxes as well, try a bit of variety. I also paint the horizontal slats a darker shade. For the final touch I give it all a white dry brush. This will help bring out the highlights and add to that used effect. For the second barricade, it's metal fencing on one side and broken pieces of wood on the other. So I'll paint the wooded area white first, this acts as a base coat. And then I go over it with the light brown colour. As with the other barricade, I paint some of the planks a different shade. And then I add a black wash to all the metal, and off camera I dab off the excess. Then I I give the whole lot a once over with a white dry brush. Here you can see what both sides look like at the same time. And for the final barricade, I paint all the tyres in black. And then I use silver for the metal sheets. There are some planks of wood hidden among the tyres, so I'll paint them white first as an undercoat. I paint the wood off camera. Then using an orange colour, I add some light rust patches. And then using a brown, I add some dark rust patches. I make sure some panels have more rust than others. Then I add a black wash to the metal to make it look dirty. Then lastly I added a white dry brush over the tyres to bring them out. And here's a side-by-side comparison. And then moving on to the trucks. The first one I paint blue, and the second one I'm going to paint a different colour for variety. It takes me a couple of coats to achieve full coverage. And now to add on the black areas, starting with the tyres. Before moving on to the windows. Then I paint the spotlights on the roof a white base colour. And while I'm using the white colour, I paint the base coat for the front and rear lights. And using a thin black Sharpie, I painted all the edges of the lights. This is much neater than using a brush. The tops and the back of the spotlights are simply painted in black. I'm using a gunmetal colour for the bumper. Not forgetting the rear bumper and exhaust. And while I'm using the silver, I move on to painting the wheels. And then I added some red for the brake lights. As well as some orange for the indicators. This is where the big changes happen, by adding the weathering. So I coat the whole model in stages in the black wash, and then using a tissue I dab off the excess, leaving most of the thinned down paint in the recessed areas. Using a silver Sharpie, I colour in the areas where the paint has chipped off through the crash. I also dab on some silver on the bullet holes. And then I go over the remainder of the truck and add some wear and tear. Using some orange paint, I dab on a few rust patches. Then using chocolate brown, I add on the darker rust patches. As you can see, I'm using the tip of a file. This allows me to add some really small marks. And with that, the trucks are basically done. I repeat the same process for the cars, once again choosing different colours for more variety. And once they're done, they're looking pretty nice. Now it's time to start painting the accessories. This should be fairly quick and simple, as most of these are just boxes. So I start off by painting them a basic wooden colour. Before giving them a dark brown wash to help bring out the details. And then I paint on the additional details, just off this loose sheet of paper. And the oil drum. And not forgetting the tin cans in the crate. And then moving on to the luggage, I just paint the bags and the loose clothing several different colours. And just a couple more things to finish it off. Add a little bit of black wash in a few places. And for the final step, give everything an overall white dry brush. Just need to seal it in with matte sealer and it's all done. And now we can create any scenario that we desire. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.